guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and today I'm doing page 5 of my December daily. So I'm using this set of SVG files which you can purchase in my Etsy store. There are SVG files for 16 pages or 31 days of December, and all the pages are different and have little different elements and things on them. So this is what I'm going to use for day 5. So the red pieces I'm cutting out of cardstock, and the cardstock that I'm using is this 65 pound or 176 GSM white cardstock, and it's letter size, so I can easily run that through my printer and print directly onto that cardstock if I like. The green pieces are my mats, and I am cutting that out of 100 GSM copy paper, so it's just a little bit heavier than standard size copy paper, standard weight copy paper. And I'm using this set of digital scrapbook paper for my December daily. You can also grab these from my Etsy store if you're interested, but you could easily make this with any scrapbook paper collection that you have. I just had a really hard time finding any that I wanted to work with. There's not much available in the shops at the moment because of the shipping problems. So I sort of just designed this for myself with some different colours. I've stuck to mainly the red, green and sort of crafty neutral colour. So I can pop that to the side. We don't need that anymore. So today we're doing this little page here. It's a little set of advent calendar doors. There are some score lines that you need to, or some lines that you need to change to score lines and attach to the piece. And then these, there's some lines around here. They are cut lines, so you don't need to change them to score lines, but you do need to attach them to that red piece underneath, not to the mats. But I think I'll do a video on how to upload these files to Cricut Design Space and how to set up your project. So if you just have a look through the playlist, you'll probably find that video in the playlist. So we are using these 3 files today, and we are also using the base page. So these 3 files are called page 5. And so they're easy to find. So this is our advent calendar doors. I've cut one of those out already. So this is this one here. It's got 6 little doors, and it's got the tab at the top and the bottom, and this is the side piece that we will use to bind our album together at the end. So I'm making all the pages, and then once all the pages are made, I'm going to bind them together. So I could either put some holes in here and put them in a scrapbook album. I could put some holes in here and use album rings, or I'm thinking about maybe doing something different again. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't finished yet. So anyway, this is the piece that we will use to bind our album together at the end somehow. So this is our advent calendar page. That's this one here, the red piece, which I've cut out of white cardstock. Then I have cut out one of the base pages out of the white cardstock, so that one is under here. So that's just this plain one here, and again it's got that little binding strip at the side. And then I have cut out these 2 mats here to go on the back of that page, so that's in my little pile here. I think I just went with the white one, so I'm just using that really white one again. That's going to go on there, and I also have the little strip that goes down the side, so we'll do that in a little bit. And then for the front of the page, this one here, I've cut out my mat already, so that's this one here. I've got lots of bits and pieces here today. That's this piece here, that's the green mat, and then all these little mats here I've cut out of different little scraps that I had. Now these are little doors that are going to open, so I've got 6 doors, and I've actually cut 12 mats so that I could mat both sides of the little door that opens up. Okay, so that's all we need for now. We'll go back and do these bits again a little bit later, but let's start by putting this to the side. And the first thing I'm going to do is, I have not put the score lines down each of the doors because that will just result in a whole other set of score lines. But I think all we need to do is just pick up our ruler and just find the edges of the doors, where those doors come to, at the top and at the bottom. And then we can probably just give them a little bend and just use our little bone folder to create some score lines ourselves, just like this. I can't pick that one up. I need my little Cricut tool to just get under there. If I had some nails, I could probably do it. Okay, so then I can just run the bone folder along there like that. And I'm going to do the same on these ones as well. So I'm just going to line up that top line there. And then the bottom one there. And we can just score along those lines. I'm just doing it really gently to start with. And this one. I'm just going to gently do that for them to start with. Okay, then I probably don't need my ruler anymore, and then I can just bend them over and score them a little bit more firmly, like so. And this one. Okay, I'm just thinking, probably should attach my mat at this stage before I start doing too much bending. Probably should have done it to start with because now they're all poking out. So I'll just see if I can poke them back in again a little bit, so it makes putting this mat on not so difficult. So this mat is going to go on here. See, that's why I shouldn't have done my doors first. Okay, so you put the mat on first. I'll just see if I can poke my doors back in. Might make life a bit easier. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to put some glue on my mat. This might not be the easiest thing to put on, but I think it will look really effective when it's on. Okay, so I've put my glue on here. I just had to cut out the noise of, I've got this random alarm that goes off at a random time of the day and it goes forever. So I've just cut that out. Well, hopefully I've remembered to cut that out so you don't have to listen to it. So now I'm just going to try and line this up. So this glue does give me a little bit of time to wiggle it around a bit, so that's good news. Let's see if I can see any of it from the back. So yeah, I feel like this one needs to come down a little fraction, a little bit there. We definitely want a little bit of wiggle time on the glue, that's for sure. Okay, I think that'll do. I think if you were doing it at home, you might want to spend a little bit more time lining it up. But I don't want to waste all of your time. So I'm just going to make sure it's stuck down, like so. Okay, and then while our doors are still flat, I think we may as well go ahead and put the mats on those. So I can't even remember what I cut out. I've got some Christmas trees, I've got some plain red ones, and I've got some snowflakes. So I think I can have one set of each, and then I've got some for the other side. So the question remains, well, I think I'll mix them up a little bit. So I might put a Christmas tree down there, Christmas tree there, snowflake there. Something like that. I think I'll mix it up a bit. Alright, so I'm just going to attach all of these little guys now to each of those little doors. Okay, so I have attached some mats to each of my little doors, and I feel like these are fabulous little opportunities to put some embellishments on afterwards, but I'm not obviously going to do that now. So now I'm just going to turn it over, and I'm going to put some of these mats on this side of the doors as well, because of course when they open, we'll be able to see this side of them as well. So I thought I would just put some little mats on that side as well. Okay, so I have attached the mats to both sides of my little advent doors, and I don't know that it's absolutely necessary, but I thought I might put some little closures on here. So I have these little, I don't know what they're called. I call them photo turns. I bought them off AliExpress, and they're just these little guys here. And then I also have some tiny little silver brads, which I also bought from AliExpress. And I'm just going to pop them on here like this and then hold them down with the brad. So I've just already gone ahead and marked some little spots where my brads are going to go. So I'm just going to go along with my awl and poke some holes in here. Some other options of things that you might do is you could use magnets, but you probably want to put the magnets on before you put the mats on here. You could use ribbon and just do little ribbon ties or some kind of closure like that, or not worry about a closure at all. Do you remember when you were a kid and you used to get those little advent calendars? Oh, my sister and I used to get so excited about these little advent calendars with tiny, tiny little chocolates in them. Really not really that exciting kind of advent calendars, but we were happy. So then I'm just going to pop each one of these on with a brad. I'm trying to deal with all of these tiny, tiny little things. And pop that in there, and then just close that up. And of course we won't see this, so all the better. So then I've got this little turn here that will hold my door shut. Cute. So I'll just go ahead and keep popping all of these in. Might take me a minute. Okay, I'm back. So last thing I'm going to do is, because I'm going to have an insert that slides in here, I don't really want it to keep getting hooked up on the back of my brads. So I'm just going to take this bit of washi tape, and it doesn't matter what kind of washi tape because you're not going to see it, but I'm just going to run that along here and just cover up those brads so that hopefully they don't become the bit that the insert sticks to. It also doesn't hurt to give my page a little bit of extra strength. So let's pop that on there. I might just trim that off where it's gone over the fold because we don't want any extra bulk on there. Just trim that off. And then I'm just going to run one down the side as well. Oops, that's the end of my washi. Let's pop that on there. And I'm just going to make sure that it's stuck down. Okay, so now hopefully when my insert goes in and out, it's not going to stick on those brads and we'll never see underneath. Okay, so now I can just pop my mat on here, and our little advent calendar doors are finished, except for, of course, putting some embellishments on there. So I will probably go along and do that later, but this really is just about construction of all of the SVG elements, and the embellishing can happen later. And the reason is I'm really slow and indecisive when it comes to embellishing. So I don't want to put you through that. Okay, so that's that one page there. Now this page is going to attach to this page. It's like a pocket. So what we're going to do is on this one here, this is the base page, I'm going to fold this little guy in here and grab some glue. And I'm just going to run some glue all the way along this tab. And then I'm just going to attach this to this. So I'm going to line up my little rounded corners at the sides here, because if I know they're lined up, then everything else should be as well. And just give that a press. Okay, and then I find my bone folder and just give that a nice sharp press. And then you can flip this back over, and I'm going to turn these tabs in. Something's sticking there, not sure what that is. Might not have lined up my page very well. Anyway, then I'm going to put some glue on these tabs. And I'm just going to close them up like so. Get the glue off my fingers before I put it all over the place. Make sure it's lined up and then close it up. So it appears like I haven't lined it up very well. I'll close it up like that. So that's that page there, cute. So I'm looking forward to putting some bits and pieces on there. Okay, just need to train that down a little bit. Okay, so then when this opens up, when these little doors open up, what I want to do is have a little insert in there so that I can put my photos or journaling on that insert. So we'll put that to the side. And our insert is this piece here. So I have cut out the red piece underneath out of plain white cardstock. That one there. And then I have cut two of the green mats. I have a red one and I have a stripy one. So I'm just going to attach those mats to each side of this insert and call the insert done. I think I'll go with the stripy on this side. So I'll just get some glue onto these. Okay, so this is my little insert that I'm going to put in here. I think I'm going to put it up this way, but because I've used non-directional paper, it really doesn't matter. So I can change my mind later if I like, but that's just going to slide in here like this. So then when I open up the page, I can put my picture onto the insert and I can see my little picture, my little photo there, or I can put a little piece of paper there and do some journaling or whatever I want to do. So that is that page. Of course it needs some embellishing, but I still think it's really cute. And then on the back side here, I'm going to put down my mat. So I've already cut my mat out. This, as a reminder, is the mat for my base page. Might just take that insert out while we're working on it. So I've just gone with the plain white. And I'm just going to run some glue around that one. And pop that down. I'm really bad at keeping white cardstock crisp and clean, I have to say. It's not my strong point. Looks about right. Make sure that's attached. And then I've got my little strip down here that I can put on. So I'll just put some glue on that one and attach that one. Again, you can use washi, you don't have to use this the paper strip. I don't have any washi that I liked for this project, and so I decided I would just use the mats. Tends to make this little page here a little bit, this edge of the page a bit stronger too, and that's where we're going to be doing our binding eventually, so can't hurt. I have a few layers on there. Okay, so that's the back of our page. So let's have a quick look at this file. Here is what we're going to use to put on this page. So there are 3 poinsettia flowers and 3 little leaves. Now the poinsettia, I've put it all together so you can sort of see what it's supposed to look like. In my mind, of course you can do it any way you like, but I've got 3 poinsettia flowers and each one is a different layer. I've put the different layers in different colours, but I've actually cut them all out the same. So what I've done is I've cut out my poinsettia out of the red scrapbook paper. So it was this one here. I actually printed the paper on both sides so that I didn't have any white that I needed to cover up. And this is just 100 GSM paper. And then I've just gone around the edge with my little gold ink pad here, just to give a little gold edge to that, just so I didn't have to look at the white edging from where it was cut. So I've just gone around the edges with that. And then this is actually the large poinsettia, so I have already made the 2 smaller ones, and that's what they look like once I'd made them. So I just thought I would show you how I'd make the large one and then we can put it all together. So that's what these ones look like made up. This is just my idea of how I wanted to do it. So then I have this bit of craft foam, and I have a ball pen, where is it? Here it is. So I just went around my leaves basically and just did this just to get a bit of shape to them. I'm not an expert at this. I know that, you know, there's definite ways that you should probably do it to get a good outcome, but I don't really know much about it, so I just want to give it a little bit of shape and make it look less flat. And then I'll just use my bone folder and sort of curled the edges down a little bit because I don't want them poking up so much. I want them down the ways. So I did that on all 3 of my layers. So then I'm just going to pop my layers together. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. And I'm going to take this guy here and I'm going to pop him down, and I'm just offsetting the petals so that, have I got the right one? Yeah. Just offsetting the petals as much as I can, like so. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the top one. I'm going to take this little guy here and pop him on top and offset his little petals again, like so. And that is basically how I made my poinsettia. So that's the largest one. Poinsettia, I don't know, my red Christmas flower. Okay, so then from here I went to here. So to do that, what I did was I've run around the edge of each of my petals with my glue. I wasn't too fussy about it. I just went for it, really, like this, all the way around the edge. And I did it once it was all together because I don't really think I needed to do it like all the way around for you to get the idea. So I just did this all the way around with my glue, and it's actually quite thick, the glue that I've used, as you can probably tell. So I'm just going around all of those. And of course you don't need to do it like this. Sorry about that banging noise. You can make your flowers any way you wish. I just thought I'd show you how I made these ones in case you wanted to make them like this. So what I was thinking of is just a bit of glitter on the edges rather than the whole thing out of glitter. But of course you could cut the whole thing out of glitter cardstock. I just don't know how well you'll go with shaping glitter cardstock. So just going to go all the way around the edges. Couple more. Nearly there. This one here. And this one. I think we're done. Ooh. Oh, and don't do that, obviously. Okay, so then I've got some scrap paper and the ever dangerous glitter. So once I'm happy with the glue situation, I'm just going to open this up. I'm using Dazzling Glitter Fire Red Superfine 0.008. And then I'm just going to dump glitter all over it. Paying lots of attention to those places that have got glue on them. Like so. This glitter I've had for, I don't know, a million years it seems like. My stepsister and I used to get together once a week when our kids were little and make cards, and we really went through a glitter phase. But I don't even send cards anymore, I'm terrible. So okay, then I'm just going to dump it up on its head like so. And then I'll just make sure that I've got all the bits that I want. So I think there's a little bit in here that I've missed, so I'm just going to stick it under the glitter. Seems like there's a little bit here that I've missed. Okay, so there we go. Now what I will do is I'm going to wait for that to dry, and then once it's dry, missed a bit. I think it's where I keep touching it with my tweezers. Okay, so I'm going to leave that to dry. Once it's dry, I will grab myself a paintbrush, a really fine paintbrush, and just wipe off the glitter from all the places that it's not supposed to be. But I'll just wait until it's dry before I do that so I don't interfere with the glue. And then you might notice that this guy here is not as dark a red as this one here. So what I did was, once this dried and I brushed off all the glitter, I went and, that scared the life out of me. I went and sprayed my whole flower with an acrylic sealer. So I did that mainly to make sure that the glitter didn't come off and end up all over my book. But the other added benefit is that it really brought up that colour red in my flower as well. So I just gave it a couple of really fine coats of a spray acrylic sealer. So the one I've got is just from a hardware store, and I think I'm using a semi-gloss. So what I'll do is I'll go and finish off this flower so that it's the same as these ones, and then we can put the page together. So I will go and have a cup of tea and finish this one off, and I will see you again soon. Right, I'm back. It's actually the next day, although I'm still wearing a grey shirt, so you know, maybe I should wear some brighter colour clothes occasionally. I've just left it overnight to dry, but here's my third and largest poinsettia flower that we did together. So I've just sprayed it, and so I'm thinking this is basically going to be my layer on this page. So it is a bulky page, but it'll get flattened down a little bit, so it looks quite bulky now. But I thought this would be a good place to insert a little picture or something like that. And you could probably just do the journaling on the back. So anyway, I'm going to stick this all together. And my plan is I'm going to use this real fine liner with my glue in it to just run down. I'm just going to pull this one out, and I'm just going to run down this really fine little stem here. I thought I'd just stick the stems of the leaves of the flower, or leaf branches, I guess. The stems, I just called them. Oh dear, I've had plenty of coffee. I don't know why I'm struggling. So then I'm just going to find my little tweezers so I don't get glue all over me, hopefully. And then I'm just going to plop this into place where I think it's going to go. I just have to decide once, really. I'll pull that out. So I think it's going to go about here, about there, like that. Pop the flower back. Yep, that'll do. Let's just do it. Stick it down. Make sure that's attached. I'll just give it a quick little burnish with my bone tool there. Okay, so then my flower's going to go back here. I think that'll do. And then I think I was thinking this one would poke out from under here a bit like that. Maybe it should come over a little bit more. You can do anything you like, of course. I'm just messing around a little bit here, trying to decide. I think about there. So maybe if I just put a little line here, help me kind of line that up. And then I'll just put a little bit of glue on this stem. And flip it over again. And I think we were going with it about like this. We are now. Okay, I'll just give that a little burnish so it doesn't run off. Okay, so then that one's going to go like this, somewhere like that. Okay, and then I'll just do this bottom one. I feel like I want it to come around a bit more like that. Yeah. Okay, so then let's put some glue on this one. Now if you wanted it to stick down flat, you absolutely could, and it will probably end up getting quite flat in the end. Oops. So this one is going to go sort of like this. Stick that one down, give that one a little burnish. Okay, so then I just have to decide how my flowers are going to go. I really think they turned out lovely. I'm very happy with them. They look very festive, and I like her just against this plain white background. Right, okay, sorry, just had to wait for the dogs to finish their little bark, and I think they finished for the minute. So this is where my flowers are going to go. So I'm just going to put some glue on there. So I am losing a little bit of glitter still, but you know, I think that one's going to go there like that. So this is poking out a little bit, but I think I can live with that. Maybe if I inched around like that, it would be better. Okay, I'm just going to stick it there. It's done now. Then I might do the bottom one next. Okay, so then this one's going to go here, like so. And then we can just decide where the middle one's going to go. And that's my page. So I don't want it to look exactly the same. Maybe like that. That'll do. Okay, and that's my page done. So I'm really happy with that. So I could put like a tag on here, maybe a little booklet that opens up. I could use one of my little Polaroids that are coming up in one of the next pages that I'm making. I'm going to leave all of those decision-making pieces till the end, but I'm definitely setting up each of my pages and getting ready for December. So I think that looks gorgeous. I hope you like doing that too. I'm just going to give it a little blow. Might need to get out my paintbrush and wipe away some of these little bits of glitter. It's not too bad. It's not losing too much glitter, so that's good. Okay, anyway, so that's my page. I love it. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And of course on the front side we have this little advent calendar doors, and I still am going to do a little bit of embellishing on the actual doors themselves, but I won't do that now. So anyway, that's page 5 of my December daily, front and back. And I hope that you enjoyed it, maybe got some inspiration, and I hope you come back and see some of the other pages that I've been making. There's a full playlist of my December daily, each of my pages being made and a flip through, so please feel free to have a look at all of those videos in the playlist. See you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.